and I have another video for you for my October daily. You can see from the page that's sitting above my screen where I'm working that I did actually film this at the same time that I was doing my spell book pages, but I was waiting for them to dry. So I was, doing other stuff, and I thought I would go ahead and split it into two videos because it would have made a really long video, and it's sort of two separate projects that I was working on to create two different types of pages. So I thought I might as well go ahead and create two videos for it. So with this project, I decided to do a shaker pocket for my last day. So my trick-or-treating day 31, I wanted to go ahead and do something a little bit fun. And I have that lantern that you saw. That's just a paper lantern. I got it at Dollar Tree last year, and it came with a little light, a little tea light. And we used it, and we still use the light. We actually used it this year as well. Today is Halloween. I'm doing my voiceover on Halloween night, and we used the tea light, but the paper lantern kind of, it got bent and stuff when it was packed away, and it's not usually the kind of thing that I would expect to last year after year after year anyways. So I thought windows of the lantern actually might make really fun shaker pockets. So that is what I'm going to do here. And you can see I'm fiddling around with it a little bit because I'm using a page that is not as wide. Not as high, I guess. It's the height of the page. It's not as high as the window is, and so I kind of had to fiddle around and make it work, and I wanted to make sure that I had the pumpkin that says trick-or-treating, but I also really love the spider with the spider webs up at the top, and I didn't want to lose all of that entirely, so I played around a little bit until I found a good placement, and then I'm just going to go ahead and literally attach this with that foam tape, also from Dollar Tree. I'm going to attach it right to the page itself. So the background, I decided to go with purple. I wanted something that wasn't going to be too distracting, and so a solid color just seemed to make the most sense to me. So that's what I went ahead and found, and now here I'm putting all of my foam tape into the right place so that I can make sure that I get the placement right and build that pocket where I'm going to put my sequins. So it takes a little bit of time and a little bit of fussing. Here you can see I didn't quite get it in the right place. So I'm going to go ahead and just keep working with it until it's exactly where I want it to be. And this will sort of just be like the title page, I guess, or the title page. I don't think that's the right word. It's just going to be the front of this page. And for the trick-or-treating page, I decided I would go ahead and use one of the base pages that I created where the flap actually opens right up, and that way I have lots of space on the inside to put some trick-or-treating photos and end of the night Halloween photos. And then on the front of it, I still had a nice big open page where I could post something that we did on the 30th, which honestly was not a lot. We did some pumpkin carving, so that's probably what's gonna end up going there. So now that I have it all set properly and I know exactly what the sizing is and that it's going to fit onto this page, I'll go ahead and fill this whole section up with some sequins, and I'm using just a mix of stuff. So I have a lot of KaezMum scrap sequins that are mixes for Wild Whisper, and some are just directly from KaezMum scraps, and so I was picking ones that had kind of fall colors and a lot of orange, because I think the orange really contrasts nicely with the purple background. And then I also have this sort of table scatter type stuff that is specifically Halloween. It has skulls and it has little starbursts and orange and silver and bats and spider webs and that kind of thing. And so I made a big pile of that, and I added some of those fall leaf sequins that I have and just filled the whole thing up. and then I can go ahead and pop it down. I didn't center it exactly how I wanted to, but it was too late. This 3D kind of foam tape that you can get at Dollar Tree is super, super sticky. It's actually surprisingly good quality for a Dollar Tree product. And so once it was on that paper, it was stuck down. I was not going to be able to pull it off. And then here is the top and the bottom of the lantern window, I guess you could say. And so I kept those so I could go ahead and just pop them over top and make it look like a complete square. And there is a bit of a seam where I've kind of had to put it together. I don't know if I might go back once I have some photos, maybe go back and fix it up and embellish it a little bit more. I'm not super picky and fussy about that kind of stuff, but the odd time, I might, as I'm working on putting the pictures down, something might catch my attention and make me think that it's the perfect thing to kind of add to those seams. But for now, I'm totally okay with them. So I'm going to go ahead and work on the inside. And I have these adorable pieces of paper from a Company. They're photo mats is what they're called, or like layers. They're just slightly bigger than 4x6. I wouldn't use some of them as actual mats though, like the one that I'm putting at the bottom, because it has those super cute monsters and he's like sitting in a pile of candy. So it's perfect for trick-or-treating. But if you were trying to mat a photo on it, you would end up losing that monster. So I put him down at the bottom, and then another page from that same little booklet that just has like different images of trick-or-treating and candy, and I think it says boo and stuff like that. So that's what's up at the top. I know there's lots of space around those pages that show the craft of the pillow box, but I think I've said this a few times as I've been creating it. I'm kind of okay with leaving some of those raw edges, and when I actually get my pictures put down, then I can go in and try to figure out how I want to cover any of those up, or maybe some of the photos will cover up some of those edges, and I can always go back in with some washi tape and some ribbon and things like that and just cover up anywhere that I don't like that raw craft kind of showing. So for now, when I'm just building those base pages, I'm not overly picky that any of that stuff is showing. So I'm now going to move on to the front of this, and here you can see it's another flap. So I'm going to go ahead and put this piece of paper down. It's from the Hallow-Ba-Boo collection from Flip Appeal Designs. I just love Jen's collections, and I really wanted to try to get this page used so that you could see both of the skulls. So I'm excited how this one turned out. And then this is going to be pumpkin carving. I think as I'm doing this voiceover, I've made the decision that that's what this page is going to be. So I will put the pictures of the pumpkins on maybe on the front and then in that top part. And I don't know if I'm going to do any pictures on over where the skulls are, but we'll see. And actually, now that I'm watching this back, I'm probably not going to put any on the front either, because this is the page that I picked to kind of be the front, and I like it exactly how it is. And that I pulled out of a similar, I don't know what you want to call it. This is a true 4x6, I think. Little paper pack from Dollarama of all places, and I would have grabbed a bunch so I could throw one into the giveaway that I'm doing with these videos, but they didn't have any, so it won't be in the giveaway. But I am going to leave you a question for the giveaway. So I would like to know, what is your favorite Halloween costume that you dressed up as, or that you have ever seen maybe someone else dress up as? Let me know. And that is it for me. So here's a quick flip through of what I have so far, but I will be back with my official flip through, and I'll go over all of the giveaway details in depth in that video as well. Probably that'll go up in a couple of days. The giveaway is going to be done on November 5th, so make sure you check out all of the videos before then. And until next time, happy scrapping. Bye.
Bye. Thanks to me. She button to my channel.